Is he gonna get it? Is he gonna get it? Is he gonna get it?
Right. I'm DG, followed by joined by my fellow caster,
I'm
Hamcam.
It's a me.
And yeah, today's going to be our power rankings. So, want to just hop right into her, Ham?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, just quick breakdown. We're going to first cover the three teams that we know, the three returning teams from last season, just because it's easier to look at them first with knowledge. We'll give them a rough ranking of where we think they'll be based off that, and then once we dig into the other teams, we'll also see maybe if we've changed our mind, if we think any of them can actually overtake the three returning teams. One thing worth noting is the three returning teams, DOV, Vex, and Rockport. Those were actually the three top teams from last season. So if we give them high ranking, it's because they actually performed last season.
Right. They weren't just at the bottom of the table, just sitting there, and we're like, you know what, they're returning, so why not give them the benefit of a doubt?
Right. So
So
that is the plan with it. I think I want to open up. Let's go ahead and open up with Rockport. They won season one.
okay.
Might as well take a look at them here. Another thing, I'm gonna be taking notes on my notepad here, so just keep an eye out for that. That way, you guys can track what we say.
Right. We have some returning members.
Yeah, so Sean Bear, BGG, and Heat Viper are gonna be the returning players. Some of these
Quick
players
Slice
and Quick
was
Slice,
on
yeah.
there. Not the starter, I don't believe so.
No, he was their mid lane sub. And then they also brought in Rooftop Jimmy, who was a top lane player last season, not for them, but just kind of in general.
Yeah. So
Um,
I think this team has potential. I still think it's a player last season. What's his name? Ugly Color was a huge part
yeah,
of their victories. Not saying the other players didn't have contributing factors; they did, but he was pretty much the bread and butter. You always knew he was going to do well.
right.
So I'm kind of interested to see how the new ADC does.
Yeah, 100 T noob. Let's go ahead and open up his page here. Take a look at him. Gold 5, lots of games played, so probably a true Gold 5 player. You can probably count on that. Looks like he's proficient in Ezreal, Lucian, Kai'Sa. So decent player. Actually pumping out some killer numbers here. That's
Yeah,
killer numbers, but has a hard time actually finishing up. So looks like he has potential to be a hard carry. Maybe just has some macro issues, which is something that we might be able to see Sean Bear and Heat Viper actually shore up for him. Wow, this guy's numbers are
I'm
actually absurd.
kind of hoping that Ugly and the rest of the team is going to be able to work with this guy and kind of show him and help him out inside of that macro play.
Right.
Because based on these numbers, his micro is fine.
Whew.
You can probably guess.
Yeah.
Um, like to see a little bit higher CS numbers on some of these games, but actually no, never mind. Just a couple of games I was looking at. Yeah, actually no, he's CSing pretty good. So yeah, I'm guessing his micro is actually pretty decent.
It seems like he's a decent macro player. He probably just makes some ballsy decisions. I haven't seen him play, but he
Yep.
probably just makes ballsy decisions and probably on his own in a solo queue setting isn't the best at macro. So that could actually bode well because I mean that was what I was worried about for Rockport because Heat Viper and Sean Bear, BGG, all good individual players, but none of them really stand out to me as a hard carry. Right? Pretty much this entire team is gold. Um,
Um, and they're saying one of us is disgustingly loud, the other's quiet.
Try talking. Oh, it's probably
I'm
you.
too loud.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm way too loud. Holy.
I don't know what's happening there. It's weird. I haven't changed my settings at all from last season.
Really?
Yeah. That's fine. Go ahead and turn you down some.
Thank you for the info. By the way, it's hard for us to listen
Yeah.
and talk because hearing ourselves talk is always really fun. Um,
Well, yeah, and I can't do it because then it echoes in stream. So,
mhm.
okay. Well, I turned you down a very significant amount. So tell me if it's too bad. Let's.
I'm gonna try talking here, and then we're gonna see how the sound goes through real
Okay.
quick.
Yeah,
Saying we're
I'm
good.
gonna turn up my gain as well. I'm trying to get the meters to be about the same. Yeah, it looks like we're evening out when we talk now, so I think we're good. Okay.
Yeah,
Um.
sound good.
Anyways, as I was saying, in terms of Rockport, just things to keep out for them is their entire main roster is gold. So
Yeah, gold team, mainly gold fives and a gold three thrown in there. It's
yeah,
showing Bear.
yep. So
Um, yeah, I think. I mean, BGG was a good jungler last year. Um, I don't know how the current meta is going to fare for him, but I know last season he was doing pretty decent. He really liked those Gardner picks and everything. Kind of pick out champions that really helped their bot lane get ahead. So again, interested to see how the dynamic of this team kind of changes with the absence of Ugly.
yeah, yeah. I don't know how much Ugly contributed to like shot calling and stuff.
Yeah.
But I know he was definitely a top carry potential. So 100T noob should be decent at replacing him in terms of carry, but we'll still have to see how their macro pans out. So looking decent, but unsure generally about them right now. Yeah. I mean, the good thing to point out for them is just that they do have coverage, right? Quick Slice did pretty decently mid lane. Rooftop Jenny was a fine top laner and jungler. He was a top laner, right?
Jungler, from what I remember, because he had a buttload of jungle games, from what I remember,
Yeah.
or a bunch of games or something. I thought he was a jungler. I could be wrong.
I think
He
he
might have
might have.
switched around.
I think he did both.
He probably did because he has both champ pools. So it was probably a mix.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think Rockport's. I don't think that they took too bad of a hit. We don't know anything about Zon. Zonite. How do you say it? Zonite?
Yeah, Zonite.
Yeah.
Give me a second while I fix something here.
I'm in the bot lane. Don't know too much about them, but I'm sure with that team they'll be more than fine. So I can't imagine too many bad things for them. It looks to be just as good. I would put them, you know, if I had to guess, still top three, possibly, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I
I don't know
still think
anything about the other teams yet.
right. I still think they've got potential for top three, but I don't know if they'll be as dominant as they were at the end of last split.
Yeah. All right. You want to go over the number two team?
Yeah, give me a second. I gotta repost something.
Okay.
I'll load up Vex's team page at the very least, and you
they're
can
asking-
start talking about them.
They're asking if you're supposed to show notepad or not.
I'm opening up the notepad just when I'm writing stuff down, and then whenever I want to talk about a point on it. Otherwise, it takes up too much space on the screen. So I'm just loading it up for when it's an important time.
DOV is literally replaced every single member except for Nubashiri. ADC hit plat, top laner not going to be around.
Oh, damn, you opened up
Jungler
DOV. Sorry.
quit the game, as far as I know, and was it mid lane? Yeah, mid lane also. I don't know why they're gone, but they're gone. So it's literally Nubashiri that's left, who is the team captain, and predominantly the shot caller. So, as far as I know, should still be the same old DOV. Stalker was on Cyril last season. Very good ADC. Don't know much about Hike, Blade Caller, or Zog. I've seen Zog play a couple games. Seems pretty decent. The only weird thing is with Zog, not a Vel'Koz one trick.
No, which yeah, we thought that was a prerequisite for being a DOV mid laner.
Yeah, if whoever was here last season, you know that everybody on DOV's mid lane had to be a mid lane one trick for Vel'Koz. So that's going to be weird.
Yeah, it'll be a little strange, but maybe it's a turn for the better.
Mm-hmm. Definitely is an assassin player though. Seems like with Ari, Fizz, Talon as his top three. And I'm willing to say an an assassin style player. So in the current meta, I'd say that's actually pretty fine.
Yeah.
I don't know if after this patch, I guess, but watching pro play and everything, that's more than fine.
I think they'll
Uh,
be I think they'll be fine. Um, especially
I don't think anything hit him too bad.
let me put it this way: Akali's getting reworked, and she's full assassin. So at least Akali's gonna be a good assassin, and I imagine they're gonna keep the meta kind of in that zone so that she doesn't get meted out. Um, holy crap! Lots of Zoe. Okay, he's really trying that Zoe. 75% win rate. That's not
Yeah,
bad. In fact, with how strong of a pick she is, they could probably use that to their advantage. I would suggest to him he stops playing it immediately. That way it doesn't get permabanned against him. Or maybe that's just his strategy. I know I did that with LeBlanc once.
yeah, and it worked.
It worked. I drew a ban. Had
It
no
worked,
intention
Tim.
of playing it. But no, I think DOV is fine.
Yeah.
They've got the MVP bot lane, right? They've got
Yeah.
Soccer and Anubashiri. Both were MVP for their role last split. So really looking forward to seeing what they can pull out. I know they're both liking it a lot. And then from what I've seen of Zog's stats, his let me pull it back up his page again. His win ratio isn't fantastic, 45%, but I've seen his numbers; they look decent. I think he's one of those people that when he's with his team, similar to 100T Noob, I think he should excel more in a team environment than he is at the moment. We'll just have to see how that actually plays out for him.
I think he's definitely going to be a solid choice for them in the mid lane. I don't see anything wrong with it.
Right.
The couple games I've seen from him.
He looks like a very DOV mid laner, besides the fact that there's no Vel'Koz.
Right.
But in general, I think with having theoretically the best bot lane just from last season,
Right.
I think as long as their mid lane and their top lane can hold up, I think this team has a lot of potential because they've got the shot calling, they've got the experience. They were one team fight away from winning grand finals in a 3-0 sweep, right?
Yeah, so about as close as you're ever going to get to winning finals without actually getting that. So
Yeah. And just a quick look at their subs. We do see some returning players. They've got Clovers and Kevin Sofat both returning. Kevin really popped off at the end of last season. So if he gets any playtime, I'm hoping to see him with some more improvement because he was on a climb. So if he subs in, I want to see him doing well.
yeah,
Clovers, Klepto King.
Chloe's just Chloe. There's no other way to put it, honestly.
It's one of the least interactive
Jax.
players I've ever seen who has like so much control over the map.
It's really awkward going 0-1 and 0 on Cho'Gath getting MVP, which you wouldn't think would be able to happen.
You don't
but
think
it
that's
did.
possible on a Cho'Gath, but apparently it is.
The Rakan top, the Klepto Jax, Klepto Echo mid.
Yeah, you never know what you're gonna
VP,
see from
like-
Clovers.
I think that's what's kind of fun about Clovers. You really don't know. Who is replacing that in the top lane? Oh, Total.
Yeah, the
Blade
top
Caller?
lane. Yeah, so Blade Caller.
Let's look what we got here. Our gold. Gold
Yeah,
5.
Gold 5 looks decent enough. Plays a lot of Darius and Garen, so not too team oriented in solo queue, but it looks like he's starting to practice some tanks, so that could be pretty good. But I mean, just in general in this meta, it doesn't really matter what kind of solo queue player you are, as long as you at least know how to do team play. So whatever he pulls out, I think they should be fine with.
And with TP getting, nerfed pretty hard. I mean, a minute off is still a minute off in team play.
Yeah,
So it's something that I don't know. I'm kind of waiting for things to shape out for how the top lane meta is really going to be. If tanks are still going to be like, that's what you should go, or if really the Darius and the Garens are going to be controlling the top lane so much. I think it can go one way or the other, honestly.
yeah. All right.
Now
let's-
it's a
oops, that's not-
couple, whatchamacallit, Shens with the Nocturne, obviously, because Nocturne is just busted. Shen, Nocturne, and Kennen seem to actually be popping up from the top lane, surprisingly.
Yeah.
That was kind of nifty.
This guy must be their mid lane sub, right? Jungle sub. Okay. Did I get that down right? This guy's a jungler? Okay, yeah, Sedge Skarner. He's like, yeah. I was looking at the Zed going, this guy's a jungler? All right, so just another look at some of their subs. Zedology, solid Zed player. Wouldn't expect him to pull down the jungle, but he does play some really strong tanks with really good KDAs. So if this guy subs in for the jungle, I could see this being a pretty powerful choice for them. And then target acquired. Looks like an okay support.
DOV again this season, looking like normal DOV, what I would expect.
Yeah.
Both players probably better in team play than they are solo, and that's kind of what DOV thrived on last season was their late game team fights. So I don't know if they're going to be returning to that or not, but the way this is looking, hopefully they do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you ready to move on to Vex?
I am writing down notes just of what we
gotcha.
talked about. Okay.
Oh, Moneybag Rich in here.
Yo, Moneybag Ritz, what's up, Holmes?
Haven't seen you in a little while, Moneybags.
It's been a hot minute. All right, let's go ahead and open up Vex then, since we kind of covered the basis of DOV and Rockport.
Oh, Vex is the team that pretty much stayed the exact same.
They have-
except
Yeah, they basically
for
have no
mid lane.
changes. Even in mid lane, I mean, Beefy Uggs are still on their team, but yeah,
right,
Vex is
pretty much coming in the same roster.
yeah. Vex is the. Yo, Moneybag Rich is target acquired? How did I never know that? Actually, I did
Wait,
know that.
really?
I had you added because I sent you a skin that one time. Solid,
Yeah.
dude. Solid.
Oh, shoot.
Okay.
Wait, do we have Moneybag playing in this season?
Yeah, dude.
All right, let's go.
All right. But yeah, so Vex, they are. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that, but they're the team that just they stick together, man. You know, they all know each other in real life. These guys are all friends. So don't expect a whole lot of roster changes on Vex pretty much ever. They might pull in a new player once or twice like they did at the end of last season. And that's kind of where we're seeing with Nekarai, who was a pretty decent mid laner last split. Solid Zed and Victor play. But God, where do we even start with Vex?
I mean, we kind of had to start with the league MVP. He's still on their roster.
Bitcoin?
Exactly. The meme himself, Bitcoin. Played a couple of games. Probably not going to see much of any of them this season. I'm pretty sure he actually quit league. So,
Yeah.
all jokes aside, I do know King D's actually been proven quite a bit. Really accepting his Xayah gameplay, who he hated playing last season, but as far as I know, is actually starting to not mind it now, which is good. I mean, he's got a 62% win rate over 50 games and a 3.4 KDA.
Yeah.
You can't be mad at that as an ADC.
Speaking of KDAs, look at all of his KDAs on his
I know.
top. So is that 8? That's 7.
Mm-hmm.
That is solid, right?
Yeah,
like
no,
even
he's-
if he doesn't have a great win rate, like his positioning correctly at least in these fights, or he's just like KDA whoring. But
Game player.
um,
I know he's definitely been trying to make strides and getting better. He's working a lot with his team and stuff, so
yeah,
always good to see that player improvement is something that we really like to see.
yeah. And last season, him and Volder were at the end of the season one of the more standout bot lanes,
Yeah.
kind of up there with Ugly Color and Sean Bear, and then basically, I mean, at the end of the season, Sarah's bot lane was kind of falling apart, but DOV was doing pretty well still-ish. But yeah, so I mean, as a bot lane, I expect a lot out of King Dane Volder, especially if he's putting out these kind of numbers now. So here's where I am with Vex, right? I'm like looking at them, I'm so hyped, right? Like they're mostly golds, right? Most of them know what they're doing. In fact, the only ones of them that aren't golds are their subs, right? So in general, they're all golds, right? They had, in my opinion, the best top laner last split in Doodle. Doodle was just an
You both put him
outrageously
number one.
good top laner for his rank. And it's in his meta. He likes Darius, right? He likes this kind of aggressive, slap all over him meta, right? So they
Should
have
definitely
him.
flourish.
Yeah, Jupiter was the standout jungler for me last season.
Yep.
We'll get whether I think he's going to be the best jungler this season or not. We'll get to later, but right, Jupiter super solid. I mean, look at these win rates and these KDAs, right? 70, 62, 50, 80, right? Not super high play rate, sure, but right, like you give this guy Zach, it doesn't matter what meta you're in, you're screwed. He's solid on Graves, right? Like they've got the best top laner, top 3 at worst jungler, solid bot lane. But we just don't know about the mid lane for Vex, right? And that's where they struggled last split until they picked up Vodka, and that's when they actually turned around. So I'm just not sure where they're actually going to stand, right? I have super high hopes. I think this, on paper, potentially could be the best team, but I'm not even going to give that to them, sadly, right? Just because I've seen their woes.
Oh yeah, yeah, we've seen the the lows
we
for
hyped
Dying
them
Chair.
up last split. Right? Like Vex might need a couple Smurf teams to forfeit games against them to get up there. But we don't know, right? It really depends on how much Beefy Uggs has improved. He was okay last split, but again, wasn't really standout. And maybe if he's not doing well, if they can bring in Nekarai and maybe just get that hard carry potential in the mid lane, and even then, we don't know about their calling situation, right? Because Vodka was doing a lot of the shot calling for him. So much potential, but also so much opportunity to squander it. So we'll see how they end up doing.
It's a really volatile possibility. I mean, when they're at their high, I mean, I would have put them in pretty much number 1.
Right. I
honestly, they were at their best last season
until they had their guy go to what was that concert that Jupiter went to?
He went to Bruno Mars, and then their top laner couldn't connect because the power went out at his college. So until that happened,
I had them winning playoffs until that happened. So,
so moral of the story, you guys, don't go to Bruno Mars.
Right.
Ever.
Yeah.
So. Loses.
Yeah. So they got potential, but they're like what is it? Is it KT or Rocks that always just fumbles?
KT.
It's KT.
KT is really good at that. They have the best team on paper, but as soon as they're in any high pressure situation, you can just kiss that goodbye.
So Vex is the KT roster of this league, where you think this team should win, but they're not going to. Maybe they will. I have no clue. We'll see. But they are our local meme team, so that's solid.
Yeah. I think I think that they do have the same team, and like you said, best top laner. I was to say best top laner last season, by far best jungler. He just likes to sit there and pitch your tent up top.
Yeah.
So, something to definitely watch out for. His Zac gameplay is actually really, really nice, and you said that even, and that's coming from a Zac one trick.
Yeah.
Not so much anymore, but what used to be.
I had to move on.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, and I would talk a lot about their subs, but their subs only really come in if they really have to. Like, so I would expect them to really start with this lineup almost every game.
Yeah. Yeah, as soon as they have to use subs, their entire roster just gets thrown out the window.
Yeah, so pray to God
everything gets messed up.
Yeah, just hope Bieber doesn't come into town or something like that, and they should be okay.
Well, you know he'd be going to that concert. If you went to Bruno Mars, you know he's going to Bieber.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and open up Battlecast next. Right. Oh wait, let me write down notes real quick for Vex.
New team, a lot of familiar faces though on Battlecast. We've seen, pretty sure we saw Shun last season, saw Slashy Andy, saw Business Trooper, Neonfire, and Adrenaline. We have seen all of them before. Just not on the same team all at once. So, I think this team also actually has pretty decent chances. They were all decent players. I guess one player that I kind of worry about is Slashy Andy. When he's at his highs, he's really high. When he's at his lows, oh boy, is he at a low. Thresh and Bard gameplay, pretty solid. Definitely two champions that he's proficient on.
Yeah, sorry, I was writing the notes down.
You're good.
How many subs do they got? Only one? Okay, so that's pretty easy to
Fair enough.
judge them. Yeah, so yeah, like you said, a lot of returning faces. We saw Shun, he was okay top lane, really good Vladimir. Adrenaline. So, I was talking about Jupiter potentially being the best jungler. Adrenaline is the other person that I think could be the best jungler because he was super solid last split, and it's kind of in his meta where you just steamroll the jungle, right? You pick the Kha'Zix, you get all these strong winning junglers out. I think that's got a lot of potential in this league and in this meta. Um, so I'd like to see how he and Jupiter actually match up in the split. But beyond that, I mean, just a lot of strong returning players. Yeah, Business Trooper, decent mid. Did he play Veigar a couple times? I forget.
He was a Morgana guy.
It's double round robin, best of threes. That's how we do it.
Yeah, so you play more games here than we do in the LCS.
Yeah. Yeah, you get. Yeah.
A lot of games. So
Uh,
yeah, I think
all right.
this team
Let's see.
again, looking solid, all golds. Well, Neon Fire came in last split or last season pretty late, didn't he?
He came in the middle of the split. I think it was like week 4 or
Okay.
5. It was right after the little Rum fiasco
Oh yeah.
when he had to rework his whole roster.
Yeah. Good ADC, so I'm gonna pentakill on Sivir, and that was probably the weirdest pentakill I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it was just like they're fighting, and that there was a pentakill there.
It was super awkward. It's not like he did anything flashy. He literally just threw a boomerang and threw a couple autos, and they were dead. I was like, wait, when did this happen?
yeah, yeah.
Super weird, but
Neon Fire is like at worst just like a straight middle of the pack, right? He's very consistent, gets a pentakill share, but don't really see him pop off that often. But I mean, you can always count on him. So I mean, never underestimate him.
yeah, I don't think I've ever really seen him int or do really bad.
Right. Now, speaking of
Which,
inting and doing bad, I love me some Slash Andy, but this guy is the epitome of either a
Ups and
god
downs.
or like he's either gold 1 or bronze 1 at any given moment, and you never know which Slash Andy you're gonna get. Should probably
Seen both sides.
yeah, you've seen both sides. You should probably ban his Bard. He's pretty good on Bard. Is this a gold league? It's BSG.
On silver gold.
Yeah. Um, so yeah, ban his Bard. Just like take that out of the way. See what he can do. He definitely struggles on anything other than Bard a significant amount. And I'm hoping he's gotten more consistent. And maybe Neon Fire can keep it on line a little bit better this season. But beyond that, yeah, I mean just a general all around decent team. Lots of players I know. Samuel IP. I don't know this guy.
Samuel IP, no, I haven't heard or seen anything of him.
What is he listed
them?
as? He is
Yes, I don't
an
know.
80 carry sub. Okay. Decent win rates, but not fantastic. Yeah. I would
As long as he doesn't play Aurelia.
yeah, he's playing a lot of support lately, which is a little bizarre, but it's probably just
Could
what
just be
he's
the fill.
it's just what he's trying
as-
to do to climb, it looks like. Or no, he's playing a lot of normals. But yeah. He looks like an okay person. I wouldn't like sub him in over Neon unless like I had to. But looks decent enough. But yeah, all around good team. I'm really excited to see Adrenaline back because I was super hyped for him last. Your support? Did I list you wrong on the website? I'll have to see. But yeah, overall, I'm excited to see what they do. I don't think they're gonna be a top 2 or top 3 team, but they could surprise us.
Yeah, definitely could come in strong, and I mean, who knows? Maybe Neon Fire just pops off every game. Or Shun does well. I mean, we've seen Shun do quite well before. His Vladimir is very scary.
Yeah.
Adrenaline again. There's a lot of potential on this team to pop off. So I'm kind of hoping at some point in the league that we'll be able to see that really pop off phase for them. Guys, back Business Trooper, best Morgana, and I mean, it was the best Morgan in the league, that's for sure. Best Mark mid. Hey, I know those guys. So yeah, you ready ready to move on to
I think Galaxy's
the heck is
next.
next? Galaxy, yes. All right, another new team. Don't know anybody.
Yeah.
Not seen a single player in this on this roster yet.
Yeah, we're gonna have to just kind of dig through their stats. We can't do any of this based off of what we know, so let's go ahead and open up
So-
all these player pages.
Alright, so-
And I think Kiora is their sub, right?
Yes, Maniac, Bane, TZF Ariza or Carissa.
Akrasia.
Sorry, Krasia,
Yeah.
Mafia, Oops, LOL, and Pogma are the starting roster here.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and start with the little elephant Maniac. He is bronze. Unfortunately, he's doing okay in flex with his team, which is what he's mostly playing. He's putting out okay numbers, but like nothing fantastic. He dies a lot though, so.
Yeah.
Oh, and do I want to point out the CS numbers? Yeah, he needs to work on his CSing
Yeah.
a lot.
2.8, 5, 5.2, 3.5, 3.2, 1.5, 3.4. Oh, that's an ARAM. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like 0.9. I was like, how's that even possible? I saw the ARAM. I was like, oh, never mind.
It looks like he kind of knows how to fight, but he's dying a lot, and he needs to work on CSing quite a bit. Yeah, so he's got potential, just needs to really hone in. But definitely not like the most ideal for a team there. But
Hopefully
I'm
throughout the
excited.
split.
I'm excited to see how he can grow because I think there's a lot of potential to grow there.
Hopefully throughout the split, playing against consistently probably better top laners and such, forcing them to learn how to CS position and everything.
Right.
To just get forced into being better
Right.
as a player.
That's the hope.
Um,
Because yeah, I mean he's got good KDs and win rates on a couple of characters, right? So I mean, like I said, there's potential here for him. He just needs to really double down. Maybe go watch some LS and
watch Daddy Ellis.
as clickbaity as his videos are, like Solar Nectar only covers a lot of really good like top lane positioning and CSing tricks. So maybe just go.
I hate his clickbait so much, but yeah, you're right.
He's super informative in some of his videos. So I mean, probably just go honestly study up a little bit, and he'll be high silver in no time.
All right.
I'm gonna open up Akrasia next, just because that's how the order it
Akrasia.
is on mine. Yeah, try and yeah, it's a bronze, silver, gold loop rank. So like, try and keep it like these guys aren't plat or diamond, so like give them some
Well,
credit where you can.
If they were Platter Diamond, they wouldn't be able to play.
Right. But okay, so Akrasia, he's their mid laner, right? Yeah. So Akrasia's the mid laner. A little bit of a strange champion pool with the Diana. Business Trooper might be in it rough because this guy looks like a pretty good Morgana player. Don't know if he plays it mid. Yes, he does. So maybe we'll see that come into play. A little bit of TF. So it looks like he's
Kind of all over the place.
yeah, he's really all over
Let's
the
play
place
so.
and like not really focused on like super strong. Is this Recon mid? It might be AP Recon mid. I don't know. Does he have any Recon
Hasn't
games
played
on his
in
list?
quite some time, so I'm guessing it was.
Yeah, but I think if he pulls out his Galio, he's got a Talia game on here. If he pulls out Galio, Talia, and Twisted Fate, I'd like to see that because we haven't really had a super team-oriented mid laner in the league before. So if he's able to get those rolling really well and actually do a lot for his team, that could actually shore up some of the weaknesses that we see on the rest of the roster. It just depends, again, if he is able to pick them up at a decent level against the rest of the mid laners in the
Right.
league.
We don't have too much info on these guys. We literally can just look at what we see and kind of judge it off that, unfortunately. As the season goes on, we start learning who they are, what they play, and everything. It's
Right.
have a much better understanding.
Yeah, I
but
mean, the best I can say is kind of a strange champion pool, and he's silver, but maybe he can do something with these picks. That's
Yeah.
honestly the best I can do. I'm gonna skip
a good flex win rate, though. A 56% flex win rate.
Yeah, their team has been playing flex together a lot, so they're doing decently in flex together, which is good news.
Mhm.
All right, let's go ahead and open up Whoopslaw. This is their support player. I really have high hopes for this guy. Thresh, Rakan, Pike, and then he can even dabble into Janna and Alistar, right? Solid win rates. I think this guy could really take over the bot lane pretty much on his own. We'll have to look at his AD carry here in a bit, but
Definitely a good support player.
yeah.
On the champions he plays, I mean, nothing to scoff at a 51 on Thresh and Gold. Like most people in Gold shouldn't be playing Thresh probably, but if you can, good deal. It's a good pick out champion.
Yeah.
Rakan 66% win rate, Pike 63,
80% on
Janna 80.
Right, like this guy's actually putting out pretty decent numbers on his supports. He's not KDA whoring, right? He's actually putting himself out there for his team. He's doing what he needs to get the win done, which I think is definitely solid. Haven't seen a great Thresh player yet, so it's either going to draw bans or he's going to stomp all over the bot lane with it. And also Pike, I'm excited to see the Pike because I like Pike.
I think the only other Thresh player we had last season was Slashy.
I think yeah, just Slash Andy. Those were usually his bronze days.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I think I definitely think this support's going to be something to look at. Kind of eager to see what the ADC looks like, because I mean, if this can be a really strong spot for them,
yeah,
be really big.
Okay, so Pogma's their AD carry. Okay. I don't mind his champion pool. Jinx is coming back pretty well, and then again, crit changes are going to be really, really nice. Yo, was that challenger pool? Hey, what's up, dude?
CP?
Yeah,
It
so
is.
decent champion pool. Varus, we'll have to see how he's playing Varus lately, especially because I know a lot of people are actually going back to lethality Varus. Zaya is doing well, Jinx is doing well, Triss is probably going to be fine after the crit changes next patch.
Yeah.
But mostly what I'm seeing here is his KDAs aren't that great, especially when we were looking at somebody like God, who was the one that had 3 KDAs on everything? Was it Neonfire?
King
No,
D.
that was King D. Yeah. So he's dying quite a bit. Probably just needs to stand back just a little bit more. Maybe pick the Tristana and Caitlyn a bit. You would hope the range would help him, but he's consistently getting 6 deaths every game. So yeah, probably just needs to start playing maybe a little bit more cautiously, especially with how volatile the meta is right now.
Oh yeah. I think I mean overall like KDA's aside, like his win rates are actually really good. He's got positive win rates on everything except for Ashe and Zaya.
Right.
So
yeah, he's not going negative, and he's got a pretty sick Kog'Maw win rate for 32 games played, 75%.
Yeah, cause it could definitely be something to draw out the ban.
Yeah. Okay. And Mafia is their jungler? Yeah. So
Yes.
jungler looks like again a decent player. Let's go ahead and see here.
Definitely an AD heavy jungler.
Yeah, he's
Graves, Warwick, Nocturne, Kindred, Jax.
he looks like a hard farming jungler.
Yep.
So not really something you'll expect to pull out the Sejuani
Sedge,
or
Zac,
the
Skarner.
Gragas a whole lot. He's got a game or two on the Gragas, but yeah,
There's one thing I'm hoping to see junglers pick up. Is that Gragas?
Yeah, he just looks like your standard farming jungler. Should be okay. I don't know how well that really fits into the rest of his team because, I mean, this roster, from what I'm looking, lines up to be a decent team that really like plays around the map and actually gets things done. So either they're gonna play around helping him get farm, or they're gonna kind of starve themselves out because he's trying to farm, or they're trying to make proactive plays. We'll have to see how that actually ends up playing out.
Yeah, definitely looks like you ask. Like I say that with farm champs. Whereas like Team Esk would be only playing tanks.
Right.
Nothing wrong with playing solo queue esque
No.
champions. Team play. Because that's kind of more their style, where they're really going to shine. Unless your team knows how to proactively invade with you, get you vision, and a lot of other things. And if you can, that's really going to help this jungler a lot, I feel like. Making team plays and macroing properly, like jungler and the support, I think are the two highlights for their team right now.
Yeah. I memed about it in the Discord. I hope he plays Morg jungle because he's got a 100% win rate on Morg. I
Right?
just don't know if it's jungle or not.
I don't know how the heck you have a 100% win rate on a champion at 17 games.
I don't know. But yeah,
Why aren't you playing that more?
just pick support, dude. It'll be plat in no time. Yeah, no, I mean, I think the team with him has potential. We'll have to see again if, because you can play some of these champions in a more team-oriented way, but it's just again not quite as effective as going like a tank. So
Yeah.
it just depends on whether instead of having your jungle play around your team, it's gonna force the team to play around the jungler just a little bit more. And most of that's gonna come down to how well he actually communicates with them, which should be pretty decent. He is one of the higher ranked players on the team, so theoretically that should go well. And Kiora is their substitute. Let's go ahead and take a look at him. Mid lane sub, right? Any sub, okay. I think he was down for 2 roles, so I just put him down as any.
Okay.
Having a rough batch of solo queue games here, but decent,
Yeah.
okay KDAs on his top.
Seems like plays a little bit of everything. Top, mid, ADC.
Yeah, I think that's why I put him down as an any.
Very well be.
Um,
Looks like a fairly decent player overall.
yeah, it looks like he kind of goes through his streaks because he's got these
Yeah.
games in a row where not great KDAs. The Varus one he tried, but the other ones he definitely kind of struggled on. So I think it looks like he's more of like a mood player. So they might have to
Very well be.
see when and how to bring him in here. And I mean, on the bright side, he can theoretically play anything. So if they need to put him somewhere, they can, which is always a strong thing to have from a sub.
Yeah, I think he's a fine sub to have, honestly. Like, yeah, he might be an emotional style player, but if going into it knowing that he's going to be playing, hopefully he can get into the right mindset.
Yeah.
Not get tilted too hard off of it. I think overall this team's looking okay. I don't think currently that I'd really put him over Vex, DOV, or Rockport currently.
No, not on initial looks. Let's
And
see.
again, they could prove us wrong in a heartbeat, and showing they're like, oh, they know macro play super, super well. But those are intangibles that you can't just look at with stats. Yeah. Who's the best? And Frank, we don't know quite yet.
Yeah.
We've only gone through a little over half the teams now. So we've got Chasm, Olympic, and PPR. So it's when we're done with all the teams, then we'll kind of go back and rank what we think. Good to move on to Chasm.
I'm still writing down notes for Galaxy. Okay, got me some Gasm open. Okay,
Still
no
there.
subs. That makes this easy.
Another team we have absolutely no idea about any player on here. Haven't seen a single one of these people play, did nothing. So, and our first all silver team.
That is going straight in the notes.
All silver?
Yeah. Yeah, all silver with decently high play rates, so you can expect them to actually be around that level. But let's go ahead and take a look at their stats, see what all we think they can manage.
You going with first?
I'll go ahead and open up Namzi. He's their captain. Captain goes first, or does the captain go last? I don't remember.
Oof.
He's got some decent win rates besides Yasuo. He's their mid laner, right?
Yes.
Please, Andy, if you break out Kindred support, I'm banning you on the spot. Yeah, Copycat did change his name. I haven't gotten a chance to update it on the website yet. But yeah, no, Namsi's actually got some pretty decent win rates on his top, which if he's got decent win rates on his top, but he's got 400 games played, and these are kind of low play rates, that means this guy is all over the place on his champion pool, right? Like, yeah, 104 unique champions. Honestly, just needs to settle down with his champion picks and just like focus in on the champions he's good at, which are obviously these ones.
Oh my gosh. He has played. There's only been 15 champions he has 10 games on or more. Oof.
Yeah.
Or 800 games? 400 games.
Andy, I can literally change the rules on the spot to say that I can ban just you if you play Kindred support.
But yeah, no, I think that's something like Ham was saying. Cut down the champion pool, dear lord.
Yeah, no, I mean
cut that down a lot.
Right. I mean that could be something that could easily give him an extra rank or two.
Oh yeah.
Right. If it's amazing what just playing the same champion over and over can do. So I'm hoping that in the league he's consistent with his champions, because that could, if he's playing all these weird picks in tournament that he's not like really used to, that could be an issue for them. So hopefully he just sticks with these ones. You know, I want to see the Orion and the Taliyah. Those are both doing really well right now in competitive. I don't know if he actually plays Wukong mid. No, that's jungle. Does he have any other Wukong games? Wukong mid's okay. It's pretty decent if you get to a spot where you can one-shot people.
If you're caps.
Yeah, I mean, stick with the Orianna, Taliyah, and Lux, and I think you'll be mostly fine here, because those all have decent zone control, and if you're able to
safe champs,
if you're able to burst people out, it really doesn't matter. So that's what I am hoping to see from him. It looks like he might have some struggles against some of the other mid laners, but I mean, mid lane is kind of looking a little drab this split.
Last season wasn't anything crazy either, though.
No, yeah, it really wasn't.
It's pretty much life and call it good.
Right, let's look at the top laner, Optimum Remote, right? Yep, he's their top lane.
And Chad.
Okay.
Well, Optimum?
Yep, let's go and look at Optimum. Ban Garen, maybe? I hate saying ban Garen for competitive games, but sometimes you just have to. Garen's actually doing pretty well right now.
I love Garen so much.
In solo queue. I don't know why you like Garen. I really hate the fact that you like Garen. Yeah,
because he's so simple and easy and just stupid.
Yeah, good pick rate.
He's so brain dead.
Rate. Yeah, Garen's pretty decent right now. Especially, and again at this elo, right? You can't just say, just CC him. He's solid. So that's good. He's got a good Darius too. 60% win rate across 73 games, right? Like, you're probably gonna have to ban one of these two champions, and even then, he's still got Tryndamere, right? This guy looks like he's just gonna split push and ruin your day.
And with TP being nerfed so hard, I really think it's gonna be really big for him. I think he suits this meta very well.
Yeah. So I would rate this guy at around a silver 1 or a gold 5, just based off his champion pool and his stats on them. And he's an effective gold 5 in this meta, in this league, I would argue. So that could be good. I'll be interested to see how he does against people like Doodle. Because, I mean, he's got the champion pool to really kind of overtake a league like this.
Oh yeah, I think they can do very, very well in this league. He's been on a pretty steady climb too. In 10 days, he's went up from silver 5 to silver 3. I mean, that's a good climb.
I mean, it looks like he just started spamming Garen. That's probably around when he picked up Garen.
I see no reason not to.
30 games on it, yeah. So that's decent. Okay. I'm excited to see him play. Yeah, if his team can work around it, and if they can, do pick ban properly to get him the champion that he needs, that could be solid. All right, let's look at Clefairy. Okay, this looks like another
That's very
case of
Clefairy.
plays literally everybody. Okay, only 64 unique champions, but for an 80 carry, that's a lot.
Yeah,
Ideally, an 80
ADC is
carry should
definitely
have like 25 unique champions.
5 in their actual arsenal.
But he's playing a lot of Jhin with a decent KDA, which is definitely solid at the moment because Jhin, I think, is crazy busted with Storm Razors. Probably only going to get better next patch. We'll have to see. And he plays some Xayah and Jinx, so I like his champion pool. He's actually popping off a lot in solo queue lately. Like, I'm seeing mostly blue here. So I think he'll do fine once we hit, what is the next patch? 815?
Yes.
Yeah, once we hit 815, I think he'll be a fine 80 carry. Probably around like a Neon or a King D. Maybe just needs to work on his position a little bit because his KDA is around 2.5, high 2s. So, yeah, I think he'll do fine. Definitely just needs to keep playing 80 carry though.
Yeah, something that he's gonna have to work on. We have quite a few. It seems like we have a good amount of ADCs in the league that are pretty good.
Yeah, 80 carry and top lane is always like stacked,
which is really weird. Jungle mid kind of meh. Support as well.
So this guy is the cream of the crop in terms of names.
Hi, buddy.
Yeah. So this is their support player. Didn't play last season. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Didn't play last season, but he does have 600 ranked games. So again, this is someone you can expect to actually be at his rank. 41 unique champions across 600 games. That's actually not bad for someone of this rank. So that's solid. Plays a lot of Taric. Looks like Taric is probably his best support. Beyond that, he doesn't really play a whole lot of support. Okay, he's got some Rakan. And he's tried some Pyke. And Poppy can be played support even though it's not her like ideal situation. So, I mean, he looks okay. Maybe a little easy to work around and pick ban just because he really only plays like 3 or 4 supports from what I can see here. But I think he'll do okay here with Clefairy, but with his low champion pool, I think that definitely hurts their ability to kind of overtake bot lane and actually get a real lead in pick ban.
Yeah, pretty much just Taric.
Yeah.
On Pyke.
I want to see him pull out the Pyke more, just because I mean that can be a pretty strong pick for getting things done. But yeah, we'll have to see how that goes.
Hopefully he'll start spamming some more supports. Actually get some under his belt. I mean, how many champions does he have?
He's only got 41 unique, which
Jesus.
for 600 games compared to some other
that's
players that
really
we've seen,
low.
That's actually So he actually sticks with champions, which is good. Yeah, 157 on Ahri, so really likes playing Ahri, but you're not really gonna get to do that in support. You could try.
Oh, you better bite your words there, Ham. I'll pull it out in a heartbeat.
They did just buff Charm, so a little bit more CC down there.
I'm saying.
Don't do it, but like, yeah, it's possible. All right, and Viagra Legend, the other great name.
Hey, this guy's got some pretty good names.
Yeah.
Jungler?
Yeah, so he's a jungler. Doesn't have too much to go off of. He kind of plays around. I might have to open up league match history for this.
Opening up league match history?
Yep. Yeah, just so we can get a better look at his actual play here. Lots of Jacks. Okay, so maybe ban some Jacks. He plays a lot of top lane too. But in the jungle, I'm going to expect him to play Jackson, Master Yi, maybe a little bit of Shiv. Looks like another hard farming jungler, which again, I think as you go lower in elo, I think you need a little bit of a more supportive jungler, especially if that jungler is like not your hard carry.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see how that actually ties in with the team.
It's a lot harder to play around a carry jungler in lower elo than it is in high, just because basic understanding of macro isn't quite there.
Right. Yeah. I mean, what I'd like to see from is something a little bit more supportive because, I mean, it looks like Optimum's going to really be their win condition most of these games. So if you get something that can really cover this top laner and just let him demolish that lane, then I think they've got a good potential. But yeah, I mean, that could be rough. We'll have to see. Because if he's going for invades and his teammates don't have lane pressure, that could spell the end of him. So we'll have to see how well that actually plays out. I don't think it's a super great match, but again, you never really know until you actually see it.
Right. Yeah, there's so many variables that we just can't possibly know.
Right. It's all just hypotheticals. All right, let's go to
Zach.
Olympic. All right, let me write some notes for G7 here.
Is that like a play on G2 Esports?
I don't know.
Could be. Sponsored by G2 Esports. Gosh, I wish. Alright. Last team's gonna be... Oh wait, no, we still got a Olympic, right?
Yeah, we still got to do Olympic. Instead of Copycat, he did change his name over to Senyaza. I just haven't updated the website yet.
Okay. That's your support?
Yeah.
Stellar. Kakarot? Holy. Almost got 9,000 games played, so I mean, it's dang near there. My lord. Alright, they use all of the subs.
Yeah. Yeah, this is that super team. They had
Oh,
they had two teams. Neither team on its own was like quite eligible to play, so they like took players from both teams and like made one big team out of them.
you're not wrong in the word big there because, dear lord.
Yep. They got a lot of subs up there with DOV and Vex. So we'll start with the main roster, which is going to be Kakarot, Cop, or Senyaza, Masterfire. Oh, what happened?
Kakarot, copy, executive, Android, master. If I get banned for Kindred, please ban over Ari. Alright, that's fair enough, Slashy. That's fair enough.
Senyaza. Why did that disappear?
Or are you just deleting all the nons?
Say what?
Are you just deleting all the subs?
No, it was for some reason the thing went wonkers on me. Let's see.
Went bonkers.
One Android in consecutive. All right, so we'll start with Android here.
Android?
Looks like he could be a pretty decent jungler. I'm okay with his champion pool. I'd like to see an Evelynn in the tournament at some point because she's actually pretty strong, pretty overwhelming as a jungler.
I mean, he's got 230,
So I think,
237 games?
yeah, it's most of his ranked games.
My gosh.
So hopefully,
Like 12.
hopefully if it doesn't get banned, he pulls that out. Especially because he is kind of lacking on some of his other picks of Volibear and Kayn, just are not working for him.
It's pretty much Evelyn and Warwick.
Yeah. So might be easy to ban out. How many unique? Oh, 17 unique champions. Okay.
That's what happens when pretty much all of your games
All
are
the
on
games
one.
on Eve, yeah. So really easy to ban out. So he's gonna really have to work on his side champions like this Xin Zhao, maybe the Pantheon and Graves here, because it looks like he's definitely not comfortable in anything other than the Eve. So that's potentially a good thing for Cerberus if it doesn't get banned, but also a really bad thing because it's not hard for a team to just look at it and go, okay, ban Evelyn.
Right. There's essentially no reason not to. I mean, I guess I can't see the rest of their team. Maybe they're all one tricks. I don't know, but
Yeah. All right, let's go and open up consecutive. But yeah, other than that, I mean, he's got okay KDAs, but he needs to start winning games on something other than Eve.
say consecutive.
Yeah.
We're opening. Okay. Another Garen player. Let's go.
Hey, we got another Garen. Yeah, this guy, not quite at his 60 yet. He's got really good KDAs. Like this guy could definitely climb out of silver if he actually tried. Or maybe he's just got really bad macro. I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean he's losing.
Really good KDAs.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like he's a win lane lose game kind of player. It looks like.
Yeah.
But I mean that happens. So I mean we'll have to see how he actually kind of does with his team. See if maybe they can bring some macro play into him, because he could definitely start dominating the top lane with his Garen.
So many good top laners this season.
Yeah. Oh, there was a lot of good top laners last season.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Kale, that could be really scary because like Kale can take over a game super easily, and this guy obviously 71% win rate, only 7 games played, but it looks like he knows how to actually win with it. So I would expect it's hard to throw bans at this guy, but you also really need to play around him well. So consecutive, definitely somebody to be worried about as an enemy team. He's been playing since Season 2, so...
Season 2 Ashe player. Was it Season 3 Ashe player? I forget.
I think it's Season 3. I think that's the meme.
Season...
Yeah,
is that the OC meme?
Yeah, it looks like if he really tried, this guy could easily climb into at least mid-gold, but he just hasn't been playing or trying yet, so...
They just need one more game in ranked for the season.
Yeah.
It's not bad. One more solo queue game. Yeah, if you're gonna throw bans at this guy, I guess if I had to guess, I'd probably say Garen. I mean, as much as you said you don't like to ban Garen, like Garen's actually not that bad right now, and if you're playing against a good Garen, they can definitely take over the game.
Yeah. All right, let's go and look
Annoying
at
to deal with.
Sanyaza here. Yeah, this one is ban Zyra. He's 78% win rate on Zyra. This guy really knows how to play the character. Really good win rate, just overall, and good KDAs.
What are you talking about?
Senyaza, Copycat. He changed his name to Senyaza with a special E. I'll send you the
link.
link.
Thank you, sir. Watching the anime the other day that kept saying Doki Doki over and over.
Yeah,
All I
no.
can think about.
This guy looks like a good support. Take him off of his Zyra, force him onto something that's a little bit more playmaking, because, yeah, it's a 78% win rate. Like, you gotta ban this guy's Zyra, apparently, because otherwise he's just gonna poke you out. And, like, the hard thing with Zyra is, like, it's not even that she just, like, disgustingly wins lane, but it's so hard to engage on her, because she just roots you up and then gets her ult on you. Like, that was actually, like, the reason she was played back in Season 3 was because she was...
Just couldn't engage onto her.
It was pretty much the second best disengaged support in the game. I don't remember how Janna was doing, but like, yeah, Zyra was like the premier disengaged support. So like that's the thing that a lot of people don't take into account. Hey,
thanks for the sub, champ.
Challenger.
Or Challenger pool.
Yeah.
Challenger pool, yeah.
You
That's what I
got
like to
you
see.
got that sweet Vel'Koz emote now. But yeah, so ban this guy Zyra, force him to play something like the Thresh or the Fiddles. Because I would not want to be on the receiving end of that. Because I mean, Zyra's already really scary, but like you get a good player. He dies a lot on it, but he's winning games, so you know he's making plays for his team.
Yeah, he's doing what he needs to. Um, obviously, you like to cut down on deaths whenever you can, but if you're doing what you need to, then it doesn't a huge deal, I guess.
Yeah. All right. So that's pretty good. That's a pretty hype support. Let's go ahead and take a look at Kakarot. Ooh, Nelly.
Peter Todd.
800 rank games this
Woofda.
season.
All right. And Rise.
He plays. Yeah, maybe ban
Wow,
Rise.
this guy plays a lot.
He does. 500 rank games
Oh
on Rise.
my. Boy, I wish I had your drive. My dear lord.
Yeah, I would say ban Rise. Like it's obviously his most comfortable character, but he doesn't. He's not putting out sick numbers on it, so that's something you might be able to
Right.
get away with not banning. Overall, I think. Thanks
I'm
for,
just baffled by how many games.
thanks for the sub, Andy. Now you got that sick
Hey.
Vel'Koz emote.
Thanks, Andy.
Yeah. I
Ham, just a plug. Maybe you should sub.
I don't know if this guy really like is gonna need any bans, especially like having looked at Android consecutive and whatever their support's name is, Senyaza. I think those three seeing this guy play, I like the fact he's playing a lot of TF. Again, I think a TF has a really
That's
good
good.
spot in this league for making team play, and I think
I think he has a good spot in the meta in general right now.
yeah.
Honestly, one of the best players in the game.
Yeah,
That's
I think
second best.
he's a pretty solid character mid lane right now. So I'm excited to potentially see him play that and help his team, who already looks so far like they're definitely solid. We'll take a look at their 80 carry here, and then look at their subs as well. Okay, 400
Wizard.
ranked games. That's not bad.
Who's their ADC?
Master
Master?
Fire 76. Yeah. That's their starting 80 carry. Looks like I like his champion pool. Caitlyn, Jhin, Kai'Sa, Triss, Xayah, Varus, like solid champion pool, decent win rates on
Good
them.
win rates.
Again, KDAs are looking like he's dying a little bit too much. Maybe again needs to stand behind his team, let his team do everything for him. But in general, it looks like he's going to be a solid 80 carry. We'll have to see if he actually stands out. But I mean, stat wise, he looks again kind of middle of the pack. We have a lot of kind of middle of the pack 80 carries, which like if everyone's middle of the pack, then
Everyone's at the top.
what's really the middle of the pack then?
It's just like NA. Everyone's equally mediocre.
Right.
Then Cloud9. Sorry,
Yeah.
Cloud9 fans.
Yeah, sorry, Cloud9. But yeah, looks decent there. All right, I'm gonna open up their subs because I don't want to leave them hanging, considering how many they have. Most of their subs are listed as any role.
Next time I'll sub before they review me so I get a better rating. Oofda.
Yeah, so almost all of these guys' subs are listed as like being able to play anything, which kind of makes it hard to actually judge how they'll be doing in the league when they play. Wizard, decent win rates on 80 carry champions, so I would prefer it if he subbed into 80 carry. He's got a couple other roles on here, but I definitely want this guy to sub in as an 80 carry, not like a top laner or a jungler. Okay, Liquid Helium looks like a good player. Really good KDAs.
Liquid
and win
Helium?
rates. Yeah, Helium looks pretty solid. I wouldn't mind seeing this guy sub into support or jungle. Either one. I think he could do either one definitely well. So I think that's fine. I don't really have a whole lot to say. I mean, good stats. That's about what breaking these down into, and decent champion pool. Ban Nocturne if he subs in for Android. Ooh, the Alawi. Oh, My
Who's
boy,
the Alawi guy?
True Wolf.
Are you happy about it or are you sad about it, Am?
I like Alawi.
Right. Ooh, 67% win rate. You're
Yeah,
happy.
I'm happy. I don't want him to ever take Conquer on Alawi. I think that's boosted as hell.
Klepto, right? Is that what you're taking?
Yeah, it's Klepto or Glacial Augment. The problem with Conquer on Alawi is Conquer won't proc off of the soul. So you actually have to like
Yeah.
attack them, which kind of defeats most of her laning nuances.
Defeats the purpose of the soul.
Right. You pull them so that they have to come to you. You don't want to have to go to them. But yeah, looks decent. I mean, probably ban Alawi because that's a pretty oppressive pick. And beyond that, he's just gonna default to a tank, maybe Yorick, but not looking super superb on the Yorick. So
You don't need another Yorick player.
yeah, just ban the Alawi and you'll be fine. But if you don't gank because he's gonna 1v2 you.
Yeah, we've seen that happen. I don't know about we, but I guess I've seen it happen plenty of times with you.
Hey. All right, rated R love. Gonna need to open up league match history for this one. I believe this guy was a starter, but I think he's gone for something. So
That's really why you need to open up league match history.
yep.
Makes sense.
Looks like a top laner and a jungler.
Rated R.
This is champion pool, Riven, Camille, Talia, Nocturne, Eve. Yeah, so definitely a
Yeah.
top laner and a jungler. His KDAs are kind of miffy. Looks like he dies a lot, so
Is it literally Kitty A Camille? Call it good.
yeah. I don't think you
Lot of
really
games,
need
though.
to throw any bans against this guy. What is he listed as? He's an any, yeah. So I mean, looks like an okay sub, but I don't think they're really looking to replace their actual top laner with this guy or their jungler for the time being.
I would be surprised.
So probably more of an E sub for them. We'll have to see. And then that leaves Space Hamster Boo. Ooh, Nelly LeBlanc. Okay. Possibly ban LeBlanc. He doesn't have
like
a great win
LeBlanc,
rate
yeah.
on it actually, so I think you're fine again, not doing any bans, but still looks like a decent player, good champion pool.
Yeah.
Kind of just breaking down into the same old tropes here, but
Definitely playing LeBlanc.
yeah. And again, listed as any, so it's really hard to judge him beyond his mid lane here, which I think he'll do fine. So
All right, that was. I think I'm good on the monster team that is Team Cerberus. It's a big roster. That does bring us to our last team, though, correct?
give me a second. I'm writing down notes. I should probably plop them up on the stream real fast, shouldn't I?
Give them the plop. Because we can't skip to you. You're up pretty soon, though, aka this team. Casper.
It's not another 10-man team. Thank the heavens. Their starting is Blue Sonic, Mango, Grifu, and Prism.
Spike and Viper and subs.
So they've got some returning players.
Yep. Grifu. I've seen Sonic Cabs before.
Sonic was in duo.
Is that where I know the name?
Yeah, he was on AOL.
Okay. Oh, okay. Spike, Looted, OG, know them.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and start
Prism was on
with Prism and
Jag,
Grifu
right?
were on Jag.
Okay, that's what I
Yeah,
thought.
Grifu was on Jag for a couple weeks, and he'd had a pretty strong Yasuo and Zed. So I'm gonna start with him again. Saw him from last split. Strong Yasuo and Zed, but wasn't like super overwhelming. He wasn't carrying the game, but he was popping off, if that makes sense. So I think if you've got a good team play around that, you're fine to not ban either of those. And beyond that, his champion pool definitely suffers. So maybe ban one, force one to the other, and play around it.
Pick your
But
poison, essentially.
right, but overall, he's a good player. But his champion pool is really what limits him here. So I think that's fine. Sonic, I haven't seen Sonic in a long time, but I do know him. Plays a lot of Pantheon. What's he playing? He's playing top lane. Okay. So he
I
plays
don't know,
some
baby.
Trundle, some Darius, and some Pantheon, all who can be played top, even though he's played most of them in jungle. So another top laner who could potentially just kind of take over the game out of nowhere. But I don't think Trundle is good enough top lane right now to where you need to ban that against him. In fact, I would maybe consider the Pantheon ban just because he's got a 74% win rate on that, even though it is jungle.
I mean, you know the champion in out well enough where you can
Right.
bring in top lane.
Yeah, and Darius isn't really popping off, so I would wait to see him play that before I throw a ban at it.
Yeah.
But other than that, again, looks like a pretty solid player. Mango. I like that champion pool a lot. That's a really diverse champion pool.
Brand, Pike, Lulu, Leona, Lux. No, yeah, pretty much all over the place. Which, awkwardly enough, for support you kind of need. You need something, at least one champion of every style.
Right.
Heal, engage, a poke, sustain, like just something
Yeah.
amongst those.
He's got pretty decent KDAs. And he's dying like 4 to 5 times a game, so he's getting a lot of assists, which is good. Somebody in the chat said ban his Pike. I don't know. He's got a good KDA, but not really winning most of his games on it, so might not have to, but they've probably played against it, so he knows better than I do. But beyond that,
Right.
no, I like it. Looks like a good team player.
Yeah.
I think he'll do well with Bludit, who I'm going to transition to now. It was a solid 80 carry from
Yes.
last split. Playing a lot of MF right now. Wow. Yeah.
Always been kind of an MF style player though, because we knew him from the other league as well.
Yeah. So definitely a good 80 carry. I'm excited to see how he matches up against kind of the King D and the Neon Fires, and then even soccer and stuff.
Yeah. It definitely seems to be a pretty decent team so far that TPR has put together.
Yeah. I'm liking it so far. I think Crow and Blue have a really good chance of being a pretty overwhelming bot lane here. Just
Yeah.
looking at their champion pool. I think Twitch
Actually, really excited for this season in general for bot lane.
yeah, bot lane and top lane are looking really good. We covered. Oh, that just leaves us on Prism, huh? Yay, Prism. I like this guy. I think he's a good jungler.
Well, she's just a good dude.
I remember him from last split. He did pretty well.
He was up there in the top. He was up there in the top. 3 junglers for me last split.
Yeah, I think you and I both had him at number 3 jungler.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. What did we say? It was.
We both agreed on.
It was
Jupiter.
like Jupiter, supports, and Prism. I think that's what I voted.
I think I had supports in Jupiter or supports in Prism swapped.
I think we.
But anyway.
No, I think I don't know. Either way, those were our top 3. So definitely a solid jungler. It is his return, so I'm excited to see what he can do. His champion pool is a little off compared to meta, but he's still working with it pretty well. So that's always a good sign when you have an off meta, but you're winning games. And he can play the tanks, right? He's got the volley and the Zac if we switch back to a tank meta. So I think he'll be a good jungler throughout the season, no matter where we end up.
Is he the one that got a penta on Volibear and still lost the game?
No, that was Steph Curry baller.
That was.
Yeah.
Feels so bad.
The Volibear
Penta
panic,
loses
though,
game.
it's just like Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
No, overall, yeah, this is a solid team. I'm gonna open up their subs real fast. We got Viper and Spike. Spike 29 is a pretty solid player. He's playing top lane, so I don't think you need to ban his AP Malphite because I'm pretty sure he doesn't play AP Malphite top.
You never know, honestly.
you
I
never
didn't
know.
think he was serious about him playing it out mid, but he did.
He
He
did.
did very well on
Yeah,
it.
he
So
demolished, yeah. So looks like a good top lane sub. He's very consistent, so I mean don't underestimate him. Viper Fang. Where have I seen I know I've seen Viper somewhere before, but I just can't for the life of me remember.
That's
But
yeah, I couldn't remember either. I kept hearing the name. I was like, man, was he here last split? I don't think so. But
yeah, he's a jungle sub, and by golly, this I don't know why he plays any of these other roles besides jungle, because his jungle win rate's actually ridiculous, right? 67, 67, 73, 80, right? Like,
Jesus.
right, like I don't know, Prism. You might need to watch out for your main role, because if this guy comes in as a sub and actually performs the way he's performing in solo queue, this could be pretty scary. Um, yeah. So if this guy's not playing AD carry, I think this guy's one of the better players in the league in terms of jungle, because he's got a solid champion pool and the win rates to back it up.
And KDAs. He's got pretty much everything to back it up. Definitely looking like a good player so far.
Yeah.
So
So let's
as much as I don't want to see OG sit, I would actually like to see this guy play.
Right. So let's go ahead and write down some notes for TPI. They're all gold, correct? Yep.
I believe so. Yes, sir. Even subs. Okay, yeah, he was in all those. Okay. Spike's gonna be a starter. He's just gotta get his internet fixed, I guess. Okay.
Yeah.
Or Griffu. Okay. Oh wait, no, he's Sonic.
Yeah. Sonic is listed as their top right
Like-
now.
It's gonna be weird to see Spike in the top lane. Up in the air. Got it. Thank you, Prism. Spike. Ooh. Supports a female. On it wrong.
Yeah. It's, I'll try to remember that in the future, but I refer to like everybody as dudes and he, so we'll see.
Yeah. It's not a thing they were doing it on purpose. It's just kind of a. It's normally a pretty good bet to guess that. All right. What are we thinking?
Okay, well, I have got my notes here. Do we want to start bottom up or start like in terms of power
Yeah,
ranking
we can
wise?
go bottom top.
Okay. I mean, just looking at it, and kind of what I've written down here, I think probably my 8th team would probably be G7.
Think so?
Yeah, I think overall they kind of just look like the weakest team, and not having any subs definitely it doesn't help that, because if something's not working out, they've got to find new players pretty fast. So
I can agree with that. I think yeah, pretty much their top lane is their strong point.
yeah,
Bottoms up, Chloe, time to start drinking. So yeah, I think that's a fair assessment.
yeah. A lot of these teams look pretty decent. It's really hard to say. What do
Yeah,
you,
no,
what do you
I'm
think of the
actually
7th?
Pretty excited. Who's trying to think of the name, trying to remember all the names. Oh yeah, I don't want to say Galaxy, but I just think that top lane's gonna be a huge hindrance. Maybe not 7th, probably like 6th or 5th, I guess. Shoot, like all these teams actually have really good, like, actual chances.
Right.
Yeah, maybe Olympic.
You weren't.
No, I honestly don't know.
It's hard.
It is. If I had to throw, I guess, a team out there, I'm gonna say Galaxy.
Okay.
I think top lane, apparently in this league, top lane's huge.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really good top laners. I'm not saying that their top laner is bad, but in comparison, from what we can see,
Right.
gonna have a hard time.
Yeah. Like
Okay,
we
okay.
said, definitely needs to work on his CS numbers. And against this stacked top lane league, right? Like Doodle, you got consecutive looks pretty solid, right? TPR is a good top laner. Battlecast, like pretty much every team has a really solid top laner, and I think that being kind of the main focus is what's gonna hinder Galaxy the most here.
It's not that, and I think that's pretty much the only reason because then I couldn't remember at least any like they're like, oh my gosh, like this guy support was pretty good.
Yeah, their support looked solid. Their jungler looked like he had some opportunity, but
Yeah.
again, I think they've got to really work really well together. It's just with how heavy top lane focus this league is. So yeah, I would agree. I think Galaxy is 7th.
Shout out Chloe.
What are you thinking for 6th? Sixth through like 4 is like where I'm really not sure.
Yeah, I don't have a freaking clue. I'm using your notes from stream, so. God.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking
Possibly Battle?
For me, it's either Battlecast or Olympic.
I think Olympics like main roster though. It does look really good.
Their main roster is stacked as hell, right? But most of them are one tricks.
Yeah.
Right. Which is where it is, right? So they get pick ban because you have to ban with their one tricks. We just don't know how they actually are going to handle on their off champions. But I think they've got a pretty good looking lineup. So I'll probably say Battlecast is 6th.
I think that's where I'm gonna go. I have no idea what a Slash Andy we're gonna get at all. As much as I think that team actually has potential to be very good, all these teams that legitimately have potential to go top 2. Honestly, I truly do believe.
Yeah. Let's see, Battlecast. Yeah, it's really hard because like I really like Battlecast lineup, right? Neon Fire, Adrenaline. But yeah, it depends on what version of Slash Andy do we get. Is Shun feeling it? Because I know he's a little bit more of like an emotional player. So it's really hard to kind of rank them, but it's nothing feels good here. I don't even want to put them down.
I know, right?
6,
Nothing
right?
feels like I should be putting it there.
I'm just gonna say middle pack. We'll delegate like middle pack to like 3 teams here. So
right.
I'm gonna say Battlecast, Olympic, and I'm gonna go out on a limb here, and I kind of want to put Rockport in middle pack right now.
I was thinking it just because I don't know how they're gonna do. We know the players, but we saw them struggle against Sarah, and we saw some of them struggle against some DOV members as well.
Yeah,
finals.
They struggled against DOV, right? They didn't win that grand finals easily. And we saw them play when Ugly was mid, and it was really only when he went 80 carry that they started picking up. So it's I don't know how they're gonna fare without Ugly. I like the guys. I think they're good, but I'm not sure about them right now. So it really depends on how good 100T Noob turns out. So I'm actually gonna say Rockport middle of the pack.
I think every single middle of the pack team can switch places.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think any one of them are like, no, that's definitely the middle pack high, the middle pack low. Like I really think they could all be interchangeable. Yeah. I'm willing to put probably TPR4.
Yeah.
I mean, who would you put below them?
I actually think I want TPR.
Wait, no,
I think I want TPR middle pack and Battlecast higher.
Really?
Yeah, I think Prism's gonna do good, and Blood It with Mango is pretty scary, but I think they're gonna struggle with Griffu and Sonic. I think, yeah. It's so hard to call this.
No, yeah, it's literally all over the place.
And then that leaves us with what, like 3 teams left?
Vex,
Yeah,
DOV, and
Vex, DOV, and Battlecast. I
and
would
I'm
say,
gonna say Battlecast third.
yeah, I would say Battlecast
I don't
third.
have any problem saying that.
I think they definitely could, because yeah, the more I look at their lineup, it's just like, why would I think this lineup wouldn't be good, right? Because they've got Neon, who we were touting, Business Trooper. If he gets Morgana, that's you just don't win mid lane off of that. Again, this I'm putting Battlecast third on the whim of /Andy right now. So like you better prove me right here, Andy. And I swear to God, if you
As
play Kindred,
pretty much what it is for me, though. Honestly, like that's why it's so hard for me to put them third, is because like I have no idea how they're gonna perform. And Business Trooper outside of Morgana was kind of just there.
right?
Um,
But I think
Adrenaline, Neon are both very good.
yeah, I think Adrenaline is potentially one of the best drummers in the league, which is like it's really hard to not give him a top spot. So that's really hard. Tell you what,
Yeah.
I'm gonna put in. Oh no, that's wrong.
Why couldn't this just been easy like last season?
Last season it was so easy, dude.
Literally cut and dry.
Right.
You're pretty much right on all of it.
Vex let us down for like the first half, but we were still spot
Came
on
back.
at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, they
I'm-
pretty much right where we were at the end of it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd put TPR fourth. I'm willing to say that.
Yeah. I just went down and just wore him down for fourth,
Okay.
I think.
And
Yeah, and then I think Vex is either going to be second or seventh.
I think they're either first or seventh. Honestly, even though DOV does have the, the big whatchamacallit, the MVP bot lane from last split, I honestly like once Vex started actually learning and understanding, and I think that they will
Yeah.
keep that knowledge that they were able to get. Their macro play actually improved a lot,
Yeah.
and I think that can help them quite a bit. I don't know anything about Hike, Bladecaller, and I know very little about Zog. Really all we know is Sakura and Anubashiri. Hike and Bladecaller don't look bad, and I know Zog's fairly decent. I wouldn't put him in top mid lane spot, except for his Fizz, I guess, that I've seen. So I don't know. But at the same note, I don't know how Beef Yugs is going to do.
Right.
Honestly, toss up for me.
Yeah.
I honestly do think that King D and Voldor can go toe to toe with Sakura and Bashiri pretty well.
Yeah, I think they can go even with anybody.
I don't know how again the top or jungle is going to do for DOV, but I'm willing to say that Jupiter and Doodle are one of the best duos for top jungle, if not possibly the best.
Yeah.
So I think that's really what's pushing me over the edge to say them number one over DOV at the moment. Just because I know more about them and I know how how they play and how good they are in lane actually, and in team fights. Their team fighting is normally really good, just like DOV though. Much like last season, they're kind of the mirror teams.
Right. Yeah, I could agree. Like I said, I don't want to hype up Vex too much because they're gonna go all.
They're gonna go 0-5, and then we're gonna find Smurfs or something. I guess I don't know.
They're gonna go KT on my ass, but yeah, I think Vex has the most potential from what we saw from last split to really do well, and then DOV's changed a lot. I think. Damn it, there's a fly in my face. I think. Yeah, I just don't know much about DOV right now besides their bot lane, right? It's gonna be Soccer's meta coming up, and we've seen how good it can be in his meta. So
when Soccer's strong,
if,
scary.
Right. If Soccer and Anubashiri can take over a game, DOV is gonna be powerful, but
yes.
We just don't know about the rest of the map yet. So yeah.
Just based on that, I think that's why I have to give it to Vex at the moment. Again, Anybody prove us wrong, please.
Oh
Like,
yeah, I
we're not doing this because this is what we want.
I could be
Them to be.
completely wrong
Yeah.
about these.
DOV and Vex would literally be the worst two teams in the league. And, it's just kind of what we have to go off of, and I think I'm definitely not just because of all the additives, everything that we added this season. I think I'm actually more excited for this because it seems a lot more competitive.
Yeah.
A lot of the teams seem pretty well faring to get together.
I would agree. I think a lot of them look like they've got a lot of potential. So yeah, G7 8th, Galaxy probably 7th. Olympic and Rockport are tied for 5th and 6th in our books. We're not really sure. TPR 4th, Battlecast 3rd, DOV 2nd, Vex 1st. And this is strictly numbers and experience, so we could be very wrong on most of this, but you never know till we actually see it.
Right. Unfortunately, we don't have a million games of views on like the pro teams.
Right.
We can't possibly watch them all. So.
Yep. So that being said, do you want to take a look at just kind of the first week schedule?
Yeah. Let's go over it. What do we got? Schedule. Oof. All right.
It's gonna be really tilting having the stream play on the stream, and then it just
Yeah,
continues having
I
the
feel that.
little side thing here, just in the infinite stream loop.
But we do kick off the league with G7 versus Battlecast.
Yeah, I think that one's pretty easy to call for me, especially just based on like where we ranked them.
Battlecast.
Yeah, so I would say Battlecast should have that fairly handily. I think they've just got better players all around.
I would agree.
DOV versus Olympic is going to be actually a really hard one to call.
Yeah, I think that's kind of. I think it's going to take like 1 or 2 games from DOV for me to actually understand how they're going to play as a team because I don't have a freaking clue right now.
Right.
Same with Olympic. I don't have any idea of any of them players. Being that they kind of made a super team, I'm guessing that they're all pretty good and have played together. So.
Yeah, here I'm gonna go out on a limb and actually I think Olympic has a decent shot at actually taking this one over DOV in week 1. Just because like looking at their roster, like unless you have like a really strong battle plan against them, I think it's really easy to kind of go under. Is the stream lagging and freezing for anybody, or is that just me?
Could just be because of the plugin or something.
I don't know. Well,
Hey, Lilac!
I turned up my bit rate today, and I don't know if I kind of jacked it up too high or not. So we'll have to see. But yeah, I think unless DOV comes in with a killer plan, I think Cerberus actually has a pretty solid chance at winning this. But it's, again, don't really know how either of the teams are going to play. So it really comes down to Anubishiri and Soccer actually just kind of overtaking.
Yeah, I can, boy. I'll just because I want to differ from you. Oh yeah, all right. Let's just get this settled here now on stream. Are we wanting to keep track of our predictions, Sam?
Why not? I'll
All right.
open up a. I'll open up another notepad. We'll keep track of our predictions.
All right. Score sets or no?
Say what?
Score sets or no?
What do you mean by that?
We get the score set
Oh,
or the
I thought you said
correct
core
score.
sets. I was like, what does a core
no,
set
no,
have to
no.
do with this?
no score of the set.
Yeah.
Extra point for that.
Sure. Yeah, yeah. Battlecast is taking G720.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you on that one. We are going to differ though on the DOV and Olympic. You going 2-0 for Olympic or 2-1?
I'm gonna say 2-1.
1-2-1 DOV. We'll get our differentials in, and I think they legitimately have a shot. And I think this game's kind of a toss-up, honestly.
Yeah, it's gonna be close. I think TPR versus Rockport. I'm actually gonna say TPR 2-0.
PPR 2-0.
I think TPR is gonna come out swinging.
Yeah, I'll actually agree with that. Kind of like run through my head like win conditions real quick for Rockport. It's not that I don't think they have any. I just think theirs is a lot more difficult than what TPR is going to be.
Yep.
Vex 2-0.
Time zone is in CST, sir. We use CST for all of our times. All right, next is Vex versus G7. Yeah, that's Vex 2-0. I assume you said Vex 2-0, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Soccer, we're not there anymore. Left. Okay.
Let's see. Next is Galaxy versus DOV. I'm gonna say DOV 2-0 on that one.
Yep.
And
I agree.
And then Olympic versus Rockport.
Oh, I'm going 2-0 for Olympic.
Yeah. It's not that like I
Yes.
don't think Rockport's good. I think they're gonna have a slow start. I think it's gonna take a while to get their groove.
Yeah.
And I think Olympic's gonna be a team that has a strong start and then probably falters near the end of the season.
So you're sitting there debating. I was like, all right, if you're going to tell me you're going to take Rockport here over Olympic, but you're not going to take DOV over Olympic, what are you doing?
Yeah. Yep. All right.
4 days.
We'll keep
19 hours.
that in mind there. So predictions.
We're full Lilac.
Yep, we got all 8 teams. But yeah, that
If your predictions are anything like the playoffs, I'm liking this. Hey, you're right, Sean Mayer. You're absolutely right. If our predictions are anything like that, you guys win this thing again.
I like I said, Schaumburg, I don't want to vote against you guys. I'm just not sure how you guys are gonna do without Ugly right now. I haven't seen you guys play enough with your I haven't seen you play with your new roster at all, so I just don't know how you guys are faring. And I think Olympic has a team that's going to be very overbearing at the start of the season. So that's why I'm actually taking Olympic over DOV and Rockport in week 1.
All right. Well, oh boy, we don't have that long. We start
Nope.
this thing again. Get ready for
We got 5 days or 6 days. Yeah, 6
fun.
days.
Another 3 months of whatever this is.
Yeah.
Are you ready to start the grind back over, Ham?
I'm ready for the grind, man. It went so fast last time.
Oh yeah, just real fast, like.
It went pretty quick.
Yeah, after we got all the Smurf teams out, it wasn't too bad. But
Yeah.
boy, those first 5 weeks were sheer hell.
Yeah, I got it. If things don't go like a little bit smoother this season, I'm gonna be irate.
Done.
Put in way too much effort this season for things to go poorly.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, teams show us wrong if you think you're supposed to be higher than what you are. Show us up.
Right. No, like I said, it's 3 through 6 is honestly a toss up. I had to give some.
Oh
kind
yeah,
of
I don't have a
answer.
freaking clue.
So, was just spitballing, honestly.
Go out there, see what the heck happens.
Yeah. But I think that pretty much covers it. We got our first week predictions in. We got our power rankings done. As much as I don't even like our own power rankings, but hey, it's something.
I know.
We had to come up with an answer. Will it be uploaded? Yeah. I should be uploading it. So.
Are you uploading it to YouTube or
Yeah, YouTube.
keeping the local VOD?
Yeah,
Okay.
it'll have its local VOD on Twitch here until I get it uploaded. Um, so you should be good to go. I'm gonna try and get all
Hey,
the videos. Hey,
Lilac with the 100 biddies and the sub.
that's 3 subs today, man. We're already rolling.
I like to see. Oh yeah. I guess quick thing. Any money that does get donated to us, we're still doing the same thing as last year, right, Ham?
Yep, still going into the
Okay.
prize pool. So
Yeah. Any subs, bits, standard cash donos, all of that's going to be going into the prize pool, up to $300. Everything other than that, um, we're just going to use it for leagues, like improving the league.
right.
Everything that we do get in is going to be going back into the league itself of some sort. Last year, calm down, Lilac. You know what I mean.
Yeah, last split,
Um,
last season. Yeah, so we're gonna be capping at 300 unless we get like
Ridiculous
$1,500 or
amount.
something, right? Like
Yeah.
I don't need $1,500 to make this league better. I only need like a couple hundred. So yeah, if we get a ridiculous amount of money, then we'll start putting the excess in. But we're gonna cap it at 300 again, I think, and see where we go from there. We did get another sponsorship from DIY Smart Room Guy. We're not quite sure how much we're gonna get, but that'll be pretty solid. So check him out. We've also got a soft sponsorship from Mobalytics. So we're gonna be running their overlay. We're gonna see what other kind of stuff they can do for us. They're gonna be shouting us out on social media and stuff. So pretty excited to be working with Mobalytics. Go check out their site. It's pretty damn good.
Nifty, honestly, I have yet to have anything negative to say about their org as a general.
Yeah,
Um,
they worked with us
had-
pretty well.
yeah, they've very pleasant to work with, and very good to us.
Yep.
So
Will the stream be uploaded? I'm gonna try it. If I'm going over my data cap, rip the Copenhagen sponsorship. I know, it's so sad.
I know soccer. You no idea how bad I wanted that. Shut me down right quick.
But yeah, if I'm going over my data caps like I was last split, I won't be able to upload like all the games and stuff. But I'm gonna try. I did recently upgrade my internet service, but I've only got so many options I can go. So if I have to upgrade again, I'm gonna have to start pulling in resources from like revenue from the Twitch stream to help me pay for the internet. But I'm gonna try and upload everything. VODs. We're gonna have top 5 plays. We're gonna be doing all of our prediction stuff live because that's just easier than like trying to record it and cut it all up and all that stuff. Hey, we got some more bits from Prism. Thanks, bro.
Hey,
So
thanks for the face palms.
and hell, we got a chat bot here. This split.
I
So
got games going and stuff.
yeah, so we'll be doing games. You can see the commands at that link. We're using Stream Elements, so you've all been earning points by watching. So start doing some stuff.
Wonder if we can see who has the most right now. If you had to take a guess right now, Ham, who do you think would be numero uno?
You mean besides you with your like 2 billion points?
Well, yeah, obviously. Normal people.
It's a good question. Probably Clovers. I think Clovers has the most.
And Chloe?
Yeah.
Chat stats? Where is that even under?
Let me load up
Leaderboard.
Stream Elements.
Oh yeah, numero uno here, right here with the 2 billion points. Good luck catching me.
On the bright side, if you
Um,
ever want to, you can give people points. Just don't hand out a whole lot.
Oh yeah. It's actually Andy, actually numero uno.
Yeah, this is the hard part about Stream Elements. So we've got a chat bot that gives like little points out to people now in chat just for watching. And so there's games you can play. Like you guys could have been like doing roulette and stuff, and like I'm gonna bet all my points right now. Damn.
Oh, you did that last time.
Yeah, I lost all my points, so now I have no points,
yeah.
right? So you get more points, then we're actually gonna be doing an over under for every game. Over under something like that, and you can bet on those to get points. And at the end of the day, I'm actually gonna be giving out a random skin every single day that we stream. So and you're gonna need points to buy tickets for that. So, play some games,
Well,
boys. Get in that chat. Be active. Do what you need to
Yeah.
do
Active chats help us
so you
help
can
you.
win some skinsies. Subs earn more points than non-subs. You also get you get points for subbing. What sub do I think will have the biggest impact? God, who was that? Let me load up my notes here. Who's that
What
one
sub do we think is going to have the biggest impact?
Yeah, as in like substitute player. Viper Fang 02. I don't know. Like if he actually gets to sub in, I think that's the best looking sub I
Oh
saw.
yeah. Yeah, I think so as well.
Yep. Yeah, I think Viper Fang is probably gonna be the best sub if he actually gets to play. Like you're gonna have to sub out Prism
Bitcoin.
to let Viper play, but I think Viper looks like the best substitute.
Bitcoin's also an option.
Yeah, obligatory Bitcoin answer. But yeah, so make sure to play some games if you feel like it, because I'm gonna be giving out skins. He's on TPR.
Yeah. So more points. You also can bits get you points as well.
Yeah. So
Do regular donos do it?
yeah, non-anonymous donations get you points.
I remember.
50 points for every
Nope.
$1. So every time you donate to the link in our panels, you'll get some points. So yeah, just the more active you guys are, the more points you get, the more points you have, the more chances you have to win skins, basically. So be active, do what you want to do. If you don't want to, that's fine. Someone else will win a skin.
Shoot. You get 150 points just for following.
Yep.
So I mean, and you get 80 points for hosting.
Yep.
Shoot. All right.
Yeah, the more you do to get us out there, the more points we're gonna give you.
Feels bad, new.
But yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. Season is looking ripe.
Chloe knows Bitcoin's the best sub. All right. Well, thanks. I don't have anything else. Do you, Him?
No, I think we covered it.
Will we be going live Friday or no?
I don't think so. This
We
counts
already
as
did
our
our
predictions. Yeah.
All right. So we will see everyone Saturday. Any questions or anything? Send me a DM. 30 esports DG. So yeah, I'll be able to get back to you as soon as I can, and yeah. Well, then we'll see you guys Saturday, hopefully, and have a good rest of your week.
Yep. Thanks for tuning in. We might try and cast a scrim if we get bored, but yeah, probably
Yeah.
see you guys on Saturday.
Thanks, everyone.
All right. Adios.